I'm here to share with you keeping the dream alive, expanding your life through the power of the dream, going back to the future, if you will. There is a literal genius, if you will, a genius to the substance of who it is that we are as a people, a genius to our nation that we seldom talk about, recognize, or otherwise note is a part of our contemporary discussions today. I want you to exercise the creativeness of your own imagination. I want you to travel with me across the vista of time itself, and it will require the engagement of your mind in new ways. President Lincoln is a part of the very context of the movement, issues the Emancipation Proclamation, and as a result of that, indeed, slavery begins the process of ending in America. What if in particular you all were gathered together and you all were a part of the VIP contingent, meaning you all have been activists with respect to the civil rights movement in various places throughout the United States. Some of you all were great entertainers. Many of you all were great community leaders in various capacities, and as a result of that, you were granted access to the VIP section. And you had the closest view of the speakers on this day. There are literally thousands upon hundreds of thousands of people all jammed behind you who wish they had your seats. You heard from great pioneers in the movement like Roy Wilkins of the NAACP, Whitney Young of the National Urban League, John Lewis of SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, but you were waiting for the final speaker of the hour, the man introduced by A. Philip Randolph, the great former labor leader in the United States who organized the March on Washington. He introduces this man, the final speaker of the hour, as the moral leader of our nation. In what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation, that they will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. Free at last, thank God Almighty. This event in particular, the Great March on Washington, and yes, the I Have a Dream speech was broadcast nationwide by all three major networks. Keep in mind, it's 1963. They didn't have the 500 channels you all have today, and you still can't figure out what to watch on TV. 2.5 weeks following delivery of the I Have a Dream speech, and it is there in particular that a bombing occurs at the 16th Street Baptist Church, who were determined to preserve the world of yesteryear, the world in which you and I hated each other based upon the simple beauty and the hue of our relative skin, one white, one black, but the same blood that runs through in sustains you, sustains me. But on this day, they were determined that this world would not exist. And when he speaks to the joint session of the United States Congress, he says, "What more fitting tribute can we pay to our slain president but than to pass the civil rights bill pending in this Congress?" Women were included within the terms of the confines of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and as a result of that, women began to emerge in new ways that they simply had not gained prominence of previously. The glass ceiling was being shattered, new doors of opportunity for women in every capacity of American life, and a man called King. The movement must extend in new ways, and ultimately it will come down to our relationships with each other. It will come down to the fact that we can be friends with each other. And the question that we beg, or the question that we ask ourselves, is the dream alive? Is it relevant to our experience and relevant to our lives today? Is the dream alive? Is the dream alive? The ultimate determining factor of that is you.
Keep the dream alive, don't let it die. If something deep inside keeps inspiring you to try, don't stop and never give up. Don't ever give up on you. Don't give up. Every victory comes in time. Work today to change tomorrow. It gets easier. Who's to say that you